This is Things My Friends Say. Bonus content. I'm Tyler.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm phasing through walls. Chris Ray.
Oh,
Wow, that's...
nice.
So, like, do you go all the way through the wall, or...
Yeah, like when I phase through, as I go through. So let's say I start legs down, right?
Why'd you give your last name, too, though?
Oh, I don't know. It just sounded
Professional.
I mean, when it phasing through walls, Chris Ray sounds like like I'm trying to sell you something. You know? Like they're like, I am Jonathan King Mattress selling Johnson, and this is the Chair Hut. Except it's me, and I'm trying to convince you that I can phase through walls.
Oh.
Peter, my Uncle Ben got shot by some guy Parker, so Doc Ock, I hope you know where I don't live.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, just fucking give your full name so everybody knows your superpower and your secret identity all in one.
Okay.
So when you phase through walls, are you able to bring things with you, or just yourself?
Just me.
So
like if I
you
phase
lose
through
all your
walls, no, I was
clothes.
about to say that. So if I'm starting feet down, as I start to phase through, my socks start to slide off, and then I just go through naked. I fall through the bottom half, and I got nothing on.
Yeah, that's a nifty way of traveling, but
it's
know,
quick.
it's quick.
And it's efficient.
Aerodynamic.
Yeah.
If you could phase through things, does that make you wind resistant? Because if you just are in a
No.
constant
If
state of phasing, or would you
you-
phase through the ground? Do you
if
get to
you
determine
look-
how you phase?
It depends on how you look at phasing. Now,
Well, I'm
if
asking
we're
your
speaking,
interpretation.
mine would be if I'm phasing, that means that I am no longer physical. I cannot be touched. Therefore, wind cannot touch me. Wind can't. I'm no longer a physical state of being. So when wind hits something physical, it's hitting something physical. When it's hitting me, it's not hitting me when I'm phasing.
Faster you'll be.
Amazing.
You'll have no wind resistance at all. You'll just
People
be
will
zooming.
underestimate how fast I really am.
If you haven't guessed, Chris's fantasy of phasing through walls is stemming from his ideal superpower. I think
It
it's
sounds
your
like
ideal
it.
superpower, or is it
Phasing
just
through walls?
it was
No, that was just
one?
the first thing I went off of.
Oh, okay, so-
that's not my ideal. That's the first thing that came to mind because I feel like that's a pretty common want. I want to phase through things.
I want to be butt ass naked, but I want to be in the other room when I'm doing it.
Phase through walls when no one's home.
I can just leave my doors open and I can just go just as easy. Anyways, we're talking about some superhero powers.
Favorites and worst.
And we'll probably talk about just some superheroes in there too that we like and don't like. We've already talked about before. A fan favorite, Chris Hemsworth.
He fucks.
Suit's
Sorry,
too hot.
his secret identity is Thor, but
Yes. Shouldn't have said that.
sorry, Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, boy. All right, well, Tyler, what would your ideal
Oh, I'm not ready.
superpower- Oh, Christopher?
I mean, honestly, you think about phasing is pretty cool. If someone tries to shoot you, you phase. Car's about to hit you, you phase. But it can't
You can
save
even end
you
up in the
from
back seat.
everything. If I jump off of a building, I can't phase myself to save myself because then I'll just phase through the ground, the solid ground, and if I come back to solid state of being, I'll be underground and trapped. How am I supposed to claw myself out from?
You just phase.
But if I'm phased, I'll start to slip even
Well,
more.
well,
You
Hold
just
on.
phase to the other side of the
Yeah,
earth.
you just end up in the water somewhere.
I can't. I still have to hold my breath.
Well,
Oh, I guess not.
Well, if you're phasing through things, Chris, your body has no...
Physical state of
essential
being.
need.
I don't know. I still want one. I think phase is too basic.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
Super strength is pretty cool. It's pretty still basic, but still pretty cool.
I mean, there's a superhero for everything. You could say it's basic. Just because somebody else has thought of it doesn't
If
mean
I
it's
could make
basic.
things, actually, mind control. I'd go with mind control.
Mind control. Sounds like that's a bad guy. You're a bad guy.
No, you can be a good guy and mind control people.
I'd go with brain control.
What if there's a, what if there's a hostage situation and I use mind control to get the bad guy, to come out and put his hands up, put his weapons down?
What does a sausage situation have
I
to
said
do
a
with brain
hostage
control?
situation, not a sausage situation.
Ah.
Well, what if you needed sausage and you went to your local deli?
Well, if he had
Or-
brain control, he would be able to
I'd be
tell
like,
the guy, "Give
Check
me
the
some
back,
meat."
wah, 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 and he'd be like, I'm gonna go check the back. And then he'd be like, well, yeah, we don't have any. And be like, oh, okay.
The guy would have been like, I don't know why I felt like so compelled to check the back. I was gonna do that anyway.
He's gonna go home and like his wife will be making dinner and she'll be like, are you okay, honey? And he'd be like, I don't know. I wanted to check the back, but I still checked the back. I just didn't have any control. And we still didn't have the sausage.
It's heartbreaking.
All the people at the bank died.
What?
Jesus.
Jeremy?
You know,
Don't. You're gonna tell me though.
I got two. It's either between.
The Flash is a terrible superhero.
He really is. He kind of sucks.
He's real fast, Chris, and you know what he can do without losing his clothes? Phase through walls.
Not
Can he?
impressed.
Yeah, because he can shake his molecules so fast that or atoms, whatever, and he can phase through shit. So
He may be able to shake his molecules, but he can't shake me, and he's going to catch these hands no matter how fast he
Chris,
goes.
he time travels sometimes.
Can he
'cause he
time
runs so
travel
fast.
back to the day he was born so he can make it not happen before he catches these hands?
He did do that one time to save his mom, and then bad stuff happened, and Batman was dead, and then there's
That's a
lot of
good
story.
thing. Batman is a terrible superhero
then,
also.
then it was Batman's dad that was doing it, but he was killing people with guns instead of punching people. So
That could have solved a lot of Batman's problems
yeah,
if he just used a gun.
Honestly, it could have. But
Batman's dad an American.
yes.
Yes.
But I would say it'd be between flying. I've always thought flying is cool. You know, you can fly.
I'm afraid of heights. I couldn't do that.
Or having some type of control with like
Your
fire.
fingers?
Oh my fingers. Be able to control my fingers.
That would be amazing. I wish I had control of my fingers.
Actually, real quick, having 100% control over my body would be pretty cool. I mean, like everything, like your
So you don't shit your
metabolism.
pants anymore?
No, I'm saying like your metabolism. Imagine if like you had like a really like day where you ate really bad, and you're like, I'm just gonna vamp up my own metabolism and burn that shit up
get
so
real
fast.
toasty.
Like you can control
Well,
everything.
the whole thing, I can see an issue with that is if you forget about something, like maybe having your blood move, you could die.
Well,
if
I
you're
mean-
having 100% control of your body.
Imagine if my body automatically is just working on its own anyways, but if I notice that I want to change something myself, change it.
Okay.
That sounds nuts. I think
That's a lot of power.
Yeah, that's-
I'd probably give myself a heart attack.
you'd probably have like you'd be like, ugh. Can you change how you look?
Oh, yeah, you could.
You could
change
with
your
100%.
Yeah. Do whatever you want, really.
Make my bones shape different.
Oh. I'm gonna.
You could just be a different thing. You could just be.
Man, you wake up one day, you have 100% control. Your first thought is, I'm gonna get some extra bones in me.
You have like triangle arms.
Oh.
You have no elbows anymore. Yes,
mean-
but what I was saying was I would rather have, or not rather, I would have to choose between controlling like fire or something, you know, being able to shoot it and shit, or fly. I don't know what I would do. Actually, I could probably fly with fire, just boost my shit everywhere.
Flying scares me though. Like, what if you're flying and then all
Well,
of
you
a
can
sudden?
fly.
I'm just saying, like,
What's
what
gonna
if your
happen?
superpower just gives out on you?
Okay, well,
Well,
what if
what
you're
if-
phasing through those cement and then your superpower gives out on you and then you're just entombed and there's no oxygen down there and you're not phased anymore?
Quick
so
death.
No,
you'd
not
suffocate.
panic. What?
You'd
Suffocating?
suffocate.
Yeah,
That-
but
that
like,
causes immediate panic.
well, yeah, but you're gonna pass out.
I don't know what that was.
It sounded like somebody's phone, but
No, my
everybody's-
phone's on Soylent.
Might have been a car. I don't know. That was weird. I was like,
Well, somebody's trying to contact us from the other side.
All right, Tyler. But what about you?
Some telekinesis powers would be pretty cool, but
Yeah.
like also it'd be like be pretty cool to like I don't know, like be able to go invisible or you
Pervert.
talk to like some animals.
Eliza Thornberry.
Yeah.
See the name. Eliza Thornberry.
Thanbury.
So, like, Eliza Thornberry.
Yeah, I want to talk to monkeys. Not monkeys. I want to talk to some animals.
Really?
Talk to your cat.
pretty
I feel like I'd be
IRL.
disappointed.
What?
Also, how cool would that be to wake up in the middle of the night and your pets are like, "Hey,
No!
Why is she whispering to me? She is very vocal. My
No.
cat would not whisper to me.
Hey,
No, she would talk.
let me the fuck out!
I feel like it gets scary if you're talking to animals sometimes too. Just like if
Yeah,
you're
okay.
outside, you know, and there's
What
like,
if you're house sitting for someone and you don't know they have a pet,
there's a fucking
and
like,
out of
they got
nowhere
a hamster
you
in a
hear
room.
what the fuck, and
Well, why would I?
you're
be
like,
scared?
oh my god.
Why? I mean, if I knew I had this power, it wouldn't just be news to me.
Well, what if you just got it and then you were just hanging out and then some pets just started talking to you that weren't, or if you're like, yes, let's go for the example of your house sitting, like Chris said, and then you're just hanging out and then you hear, what did you say?
Which one?
What
the fuck?
Yeah, we just hear that in another room and you're alone house sitting. That'd be
Okay,
pretty
well,
scary.
I mean, ghosts don't cuss at you, so
you sure?
it would have to be. I mean,
Oh, demons do that, not ghosts. Okay.
Demons don't even really do that. They just speak in
You
symbols.
seen The Exorcist?
no.
They said a lot of bad things.
Anyways,
yes, go
my
on.
biggest worry would be bugs. Bugs talking to me.
They're everywhere.
Because you can see somebody's cat or dog. But
I don't
a
want to talk to bugs.
There's a spider. He's like, oh man.
I think that wouldn't be that bad. Like
Talking to bugs.
Megan wants to kill all the spiders. Imagine if I could be like, listen, bro, like, what are you doing in here? And he's like, man, I'm just literally trying to get over here. Like, can you help me get over here? Because once I'm there, I'm not moving anywhere. I'd be like, yo, it's chill.
You know, you pick him up. He's like, psych, and he fucking bites you. That, or you're outside and there's ants walking around and you just hear.
Okay, what's worse is imagine a bunch of gnats and you just hear screaming. And like,
Why
that's
are they
all it is.
screaming?
Because they're gnats. I
They're just
imagine gnats
crazy.
scream. Like, they don't have a general direction. Could you imagine walking through a whole cloud of them and you just hear just like distorted screaming?
I mean, you already do. I mean, they're still small. It would be like hard to hear them. I need like a magnifying
The
glass.
voice
I
of
need to give them a
millions.
megaphone.
The voice of
Flying around
millions.
really fast. You'd be like,
Okay, if I could understand them, it doesn't mean anything else. I would still be able to hear them, just like I can hear
People
them
people
now.
would be looking at you and you'd be like, you'd be just in like on a nature hike and you'd be like, shut the fuck up.
could you imagine mosquitoes? They just be flying around. Bzz.
Well, you at least you would know because you'd hear like, oh, this is fucking tasty, and you'd like reach your arm and be like, what?
Get out of me!
I mean, I guess the pros are that if you're like out in nature again and you hear voices, you know that there's animals nearby. But it's not like animals have different voices, so you wouldn't know
You
what
don't
kind of
know that.
animal was. Well, imagine like what if you had that power and all bears sound the same? You know, what if all
Kind
wolves
of
sound the
racy,
same?
bro.
What do you mean? I'm just saying, like I'm
Just
talking about
saying,
animals.
just
Oh, sorry. Is it?
all bears sound the same?
Yeah, all bears sound the same.
Bear-
Yeah, bear. You would know it was a bear, but you don't because all animals would sound different in their own voices. So you know, like, what if you heard like a bird? You thought it was a bear. You know, I'd be like in a state of panic because you hear animals and they sound like people, but I can't. That means I can't tell the difference between people and animals.
Okay, no, that maybe it's not necessarily true. Maybe it's like you know English and you know German. You know when somebody's telling you English and you know when somebody's telling you German. Maybe you hear them and you just understand it and you talk back to them in their own. It's just like another language versus.
I guess that'd be useful. That'd be pretty good. Help you save a lot of dogs. You communicate with dogs and cats. Be everyone's best friend.
Yeah.
Communicate with people better, even maybe. No, we already do that. That's already a superpower that we all have. Communication.
One of my after watching Deadpool 2, the lucky chick Domino.
Yeah.
I guess she has a real superpower. It's not just luck. She controls the odds of anything subconsciously, but she doesn't know it. And I guess that was in the comics. She can anything, the odds change in her favor. That's a pretty cool power because you'd always be able to control the odds even though you don't know.
True.
everything's in your favor.
Yeah, everything goes your way, you know?
Like, man, I'm hungry, and some guy comes up and he's like, man, I just bought this, but I'm just full now, but I didn't even eat it. It's like just a full meal. Here you go.
And
I'd be
walks
like,
away and
damn.
It's like when Squidward eats all the garbage out of the garbage can because he tries to eat the Krabby Patty. The guy's like,
no, Squidward, it'll all go to your thighs. And he's like, my what?
He did that pretty good.
Do a lot in my spare time.
Do SpongeBob role playing.
Yes.
You just come over to Chris's house one day. He's in a room. Just use your.
I don't want to go to Chris's house anymore.
What if all bugs sounded like SpongeBob when you have that power? Or Squidward?
That'd be kind of funny.
Do they have the squeaky boots?
No. Actually, you know, there are some bugs that I wouldn't want to hear, like mosquito eaters.
Well,
You know how
you don't
frustrating
even
that would
listen.
be? But you know how frustrating that would be? Because
Okay,
like
but
you're
you-
looking at it already. You ever look at a mosquito eater and it's like you're watching it like do that weird like leg thing as
Where
it's
they
like
can't
gliding
land on
because
anything?
they can't really use their legs. Because you imagine them being like oh shit and it's like
You would still have to be just as close to hear them, even if you could understand them.
this
as
shit
you-
is slippery.
You would still have to be just as close to hear them as you would regularly. It's not like everything is just through a megaphone just because you can understand it.
Okay, that changes things. I imagine that
like-
you could just hear a voice
No,
of anything.
no.
So if it's small, you can't hear it unless you.
Yeah, like you would have to put your like the ant inside of your ear to hear it, but that's not happening.
Not
like so it's
comfortable.
like so yeah, you're not just gonna be like down the block and you're gonna hear like the bird that's like 60 feet up.
Could if they were yelling all the time.
Well, I mean, birds are loud in general, so I mean, if it just was, but you're not just gonna like see something in the distance, and you're not gonna like magnify it with your ears, be like, boop, 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 boop.
Could you imagine just hearing birds in a tree and they're just like, man, I'm fucking tired.
Why would they say that? They're in the tree. Go to sleep.
So they've been flying all day, like, fuck, I gotta take a break, bro.
Well, you're wrong because birds are fake. They
Oh,
belong
that's
to the
right,
government,
that's
and
right.
everywhere they land
Surveillance.
has a charger on it, and that's how they
Like
charge.
government shutdown, there were sure not a lot of birds around, huh?
I almost didn't see any birds. I didn't see one bird during the government shutdown,
There's no birds.
but now the birds are back.
See, the funny thing is like nobody mentions birds before the 60s.
What?
That's just it. They didn't have the technology for birds until the 60s. Turkeys aren't birds.
What are they?
Fake.
They're evolved velociraptors.
Yeah,
True.
they're dinosaurs
That's right,
that have
that's right.
feathers and wings.
Well, dinosaurs do have feathers.
Oh, so they're just dinosaurs that have wings.
They're just dinosaurs that really degraded. Kind of.
They're just really tasty dinosaurs.
What if dinosaurs were fucking delicious and we never got to experience that?
Dinosaurs are still reptiles.
Yeah, that's gross.
I mean, I guess I've eaten an alligator
That
before.
gator's good.
Gator's pretty good.
I wouldn't want to eat Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Are you sure? You could get a fat T-Rex steak.
Oh, please don't. I did not
wasn't
know
gonna-
where that was going.
Come on, Chris. You gross. I'm not going to say you can fit a whole T-Rex.
We were supposed to be talking about superpowers.
Yeah.
We go where we want to go, all right?
Yeah.
And if I had a superpower and I could time travel, I wouldn't go back in time and eat Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay. Tyler, I got a question for you.
What is it, Dad?
Who is your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero?
And that can just go based off of if you like. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with that.
Movies, comics.
Movie, comic, whatever you want. It doesn't have to be from a movie. It can be like, oh, this guy's pretty cool.
I don't know. I guess like current Marvel Thor. It used to be Captain America. But
Iron Man's better than Captain America, just saying. But Thor, yeah.
He's got a point.
he only said that because he knew you were going to have a stamp of approval for it.
Well, I thought Iron Man was cooler than Cap anyways, but they're both
on.
essential.
We all know that Iron Man's the better one.
Yeah, Captain America's just like the cops, but
Call him the Boy Scout.
yeah,
Big Boy Scout.
which is the reverse role that they took in Civil War, but because Captain America said, "Fuck you."
No, he didn't curse. He was a good boy.
He said, "Darn you."
He said, "Darn, I hate the current state of this planet, and I love you all, but I don't support
I was
this."
like, what the fuck you say? But sorry. Thor, yes?
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
What are you thinking, Jeremy?
Nice. You want to go ahead, Chris?
No, it's all you.
Me?
I asked you first.
Okay.
He's
Cool,
gonna
cool,
say
cool,
some
cool, cool,
shit
cool,
like
cool,
the
cool,
Hulk or Batman.
I thought he was
No,
going to say
I'm not.
Ant-Man.
He's gonna say the Flash. He's gonna say Superman.
You need to talk about the Thanos theory.
No, the
Later.
Thanos. No, we're not talking about that.
I always thought he was pretty cool before the movie came out, but Shazam, I think it's a pretty sweet character,
He's
honestly.
just knock off Superman.
Well, sort of, but he's magic.
What does that mean?
So I can tell you right now, because the Shazam is actually an acronym for all the powers that he has. It's just
Superhuman strength,
hold on, it's
haste,
They're hold on,
ass pull,
hold on.
zing bing,
So for
atom bomb, and mom fucker.
Sounds like a regular guy.
They're all based off of.
Sorry, Jeremy. Go ahead.
I'm not.
You're breaking my heart. They're all,
Shazam's lame. Anyways, what the fuck does
they're
this
all
mean?
based off Greek gods. So he has the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, Aladdin, the power of Zeus, so you can, shoot lightning, or not. Okay, Zeus kind of threw it. The courage of Achilles, and then the speed of Mercury. So he's just got all the Greek god powers essentially, which I think is pretty sweet.
I guess that's cool.
I mean, he is a little like a teenager that just turns into Shazam when he says Shazam, but
Superman just photosynthesizes and he has all that.
True. That's true.
But
Superman is
A plant. He's a plant-based superhero. He's
is.
vegan.
he's a flower.
Mitochondria.
Is the powerhouse of the cell.
That's what the S on his chest stands for.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Yeah, it stands for this in-house. Powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
But yeah,
Who's your favorite superhero, Christopher?
If I were to look at all of them,
Here they are.
Iron Man actually is.
Iron Man?
Yeah. I mean, it's it's kind of tricky because to me, anyone who doesn't actually have a superpower isn't really a superhero. Like Batman, not really a superhero. It's kind of a vigilante.
well, you could say the same thing about Iron Man.
That's
but
what I was about to say. I mean, Iron Man doesn't really have a power per se.
He has money. That's his power.
Steroids don't count as a superpower. I'm sorry, Captain America, but they don't really count. Black
So
Widow,
What if
not really a superhero.
she's a secret spy or super
There's a
spy?
lot of people who aren't really superheroes.
I think. Would you consider Hawkeye a superhero?
Nope. Nope,
got-
I would not.
But he's extremely accurate.
Nope, not a superpower.
He's gonna kill Thanos. I'm just
Doctor
saying.
Strange is probably one of my favorite superheroes.
He's a wizard.
Yeah, and he's cool. Have you ever
he's a
seen
wizard,
his like hand movements where he's like pa pa ch, and he like has like the circles on his hands?
You watching Naruto?
Yeah.
Where does the
Hadouken.
What?
where does the difference between magic and superpowers end and begin? What is that like? What difference is there?
I want to say magic power
You have
is
to learn it?
something you learn, and a
Yeah.
superpower is like it's like you're enhanced in some way,
I think superpowers could be
sexually or
all sphere.
physically.
Is you can be born with it too. 'Cause I mean,
Right. Well, I mean that's what I mean. Like Superman, he's really strong. He could like these like super strength. Being born with that, that's just
Well, it's tricky to say that because on Superman's planet, Krypton, that's how everybody is. So he wouldn't essentially be unique in any way. But since he came to a different planet that has different, they're saying is the gravity is so different is why he's able to do a lot of the stuff he can.
okay. Let me rephrase: shooting laser beams out of your eyes, having super crazy senses, being able to fly, Those are super enhancements. That's like he was born to, he could do that. That's a possibility for him. Aquaman being able to talk to dolphins and small crabs only, no other no other sea
Just
life,
dolphins and small
just
crabs?
those, and being able to breathe underwater for no more than a half hour at a time, at which he has to go back up and take in air. That's a natural enhancement. Being in an iron suit of armor, which is totally sick, and shooting beams out of your hands, which is also totally sick, isn't necessarily a superpower, but it's cool.
Wouldn't
And
you
it's
be afraid
stylish.
to do that though?
What?
Wouldn't you be afraid to do
Yeah,
that?
I'd be. I don't anything with flying.
Well, just because it's claustrophobic
The Hulk?
too.
The Hulk. I mean, technically, he wasn't born with that, but that's a pretty cool power too. Being able to get all beefy. Makes me wonder if he's ever tried to lift weights while he's in that form. See what his maxes are.
You destroyed a planet, if that helps.
He doesn't know what numbers are.
I'm just saying.
Is the Hulk a genius still too, or is it like two different
When they
guys?
combine,
Yeah, there's going to be a
Doctor Hulk,
professor.
Professor Hulk.
But this is supposedly supposed to happen in Endgame, of Avengers Endgame, is they finally, we can work together. And they become Professor Hulk. And then one's not super strong and stupid, and one's not super smart and weak. So he becomes an intellectual. That's buff.
It's a man of culture.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's work together and wrap this up.
Bye.